All right, man. It's just I haven't did a video on this team probably ever on this channel, like a solo video on this team. But this team definitely needs to be talked about because I feel like they are in a weird situation. Because they got one of the top guys that need a contract. They just paid one of the top guys before they went to the Olympics. And yeah, I just find it interesting that they are in this position because this position could have been prevented if they did the right moves, and that is the Miami Heat. We're going to be talking about why I think the Heat culture is overrated. Now, you probably asking why I think the Heat culture is overrated. Well, for starters, let's talk about the origin story behind Heat culture. So that was a culture that was brought to the Heat from Pat Riley because Pat Riley because he was in the I think he was in the NBA. I know he was a high level basketball player. That's all I know. But I think he was in the NBA and he was a role player and he had to do the extra mile to actually try to stay on team because he was basically like a journeyman. So the fact that he was able to put in the amount of work he did to have a successful basketball career is why he's instilling that in the team he's coached. Like he was instilling that, for example, with the Lakers, was his first coaching job. Was that his first? I think that was his first coaching job. And then I think he went to the Knicks, and then that's why he ended up with the Heat. Now with the Heat, we see this get taken to the next level because all of these practices I'm hearing about the drillers Perro be having to do. They have to check your body fat percentage and all of that. Like I feel like that's one of the few teams that actually check your body fat percentage. And if you don't meet the requirement of body fat percentage or around that area or something like that, you will get fined or you will get suspended. They take their fitness very seriously in the Heat. And also, you have to play with a maximum amount of effort if you play with the Miami Heat. It's a lot of stuff that go into Heat culture. Now, why I think it's overrated is because the last couple of years they have been trying to rely on two-way guys to try to get them over the hump. And yes, they did make the finals in 2023, but that is not a sustainable recipe for success because even in that run, it took a lot to even try to get to the finals. For example, they needed a heroic performance from Jimmy Butler to get past the Atlanta Hawks to even make the playoffs, right? They had to go through the Bucks. Like that they got lucky in my opinion because if Giannis doesn't go down in game one and was not limited in the games he did return, they could easily lost that series. The next year they faced the Knicks. Okay, the Knicks I feel like they wasn't ready to compete yet, so that's why they lost to the Heat. And then the Heat faced out, I'm trying to see. Oh no, it wasn't the Sixers. I think it was the Sixers, then the Heat. I mean, then the what you call it? Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to see that year specifically. I think it was the Knicks. Then it was the Celtics. I believe. And then like I said, they went to the finals, but they got easily wiped out. Like they won game two off a great defensive performance they put out, but that wasn't sustainable because guess what? You obviously need shot creation at the end of the day. Like Tyler Hero, like Miami Heat fans are out on Tyler. Well, most of them are because he don't give the necessary scoring power slash juice to be sustainable to be relied upon a come playoff time. That's why the Heat was interested in Damian Lillard and trying to bring him along. Now, that's a lot to go into why Damian Lillard is not Miami Heat. Maybe because that was due to Blazers playing hardball. Maybe that was due to the overall ownership not wanting Damian to go to his preferred destination. It's a lot. I truly don't know. Was it because the Heat didn't offer enough? Like whatever side you on is at this point. The reason why Damian Lillard is not Miami Heat. Now you go into like Bradley Beal like the year prior, or really the off season prior, right? Bradley Beal, I can understand like why they want to try to pour assets into him, but not pouring assets or trying to maximize as much as you can to try to get Donovan Mitchell before Bradley Beal even came up is crazy to me. Because guess what, Donovan Mitchell is what they need. Another striking guard. He's top 15 player in the game. And guess what? If you surround Donovan Mitchell with a defensive culture with the Miami Heat, you can win a championship. I solely believe that. For example, like if somebody joined the Orlando Magic, like a top 15 player joined Orlando Magic, they could easily be a championship contender because if you just need, they just need the teams like the Magic, the Heat, the Knicks. Like teams like that, they just need one top 10, 15 player on their team, and they're going to be set. Like I feel like now since the Knicks acquired Mikal Bridges, even though he's not a top 15 player, but Jalen Brunson is, you surround him with more defensive talent. Now they are more suited to win championship. But it's going to take a while to try to get there. But yeah, this is what the Heat need. Do I think Jimmy Butler is a top 15 player in the game? I do not no more. I really don't because Jimmy Butler has not stayed healthy. Like most of the years he's been with the Heat, he has not stayed healthy at all. And then we go to the playoffs this year, or try to go to the playoffs. They was in the playing when this happened. Jimmy Butler messed up his knee. It's like, yo, this has been like a trend, and I can understand why the Heat would not be willing to pay that contract money. I really agree with them in this sense. And now if Jimmy Butler trying to use the Nets as leverage, trying to use the Warriors as leverage to try to get the Heat to pay up, I would dare Jimmy Butler to go to one of those teams. Because guess what? The team gonna be the same with them without you, in my opinion. If you there, you're only gonna be there for like maybe 52 games plus. That's it. That's the benchmark right there. If you're like not with the team, they still be a playing team, no matter what. Like this team was keep like trying to fight their way in the playoffs every year. I feel like this is causing them to not to not be what you call it. They're not taking advantage of the opportunity to try to get home court advantage. Is what I'm trying to say. Every time they have to start on the road, they have to start each series on the road. Like that's not sustainable, and that's why I think them relying on Heat coaches trying to get two-way guys and relying on them to try to improve and improve the roster and stuff like that. It's not like yes you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. But at the end of the day, you need talent, and you need talent to actually stay on the floor, to actually do damage in the playoffs, and ultimately win a championship like they have done in the past. Yeah, they won. Well, I won't say won. Well, you can say won. They won the Eastern Conference 2 out of the going on 5 years. That is good, especially with the team they constructed over the years. But if they actually want to win the championship, which I know Pat Riley really wants to do, they need somebody quick. Like I don't know who that's going to be because Donovan Mitchell signed his extension. Bradley Beal, he obviously was washed, but he could actually help them. But they did go hard enough for him. They had a chance at Kevin Durant. I don't know what happened with them. Maybe Kevin Durant just preferred Phoenix over them, or he just once again didn't want offer picks. Kyrie Irving was at their disposal at one point. They couldn't seal the deal with Damian Lillard. It's like at this point, I don't know what's going to be what their plan is because they didn't make a move. The only move they made, I feel like in free agency was, I'm trying to see, I can't think of it, but I know they drafted Khalil Ware at Indiana, and then outside that, they lost DeLon Wright, and yeah, that's really all that's happened that I can remember at least. But yeah, that's really all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. This is your boy Trill, and I'm out.